Endorsement can be powerful. It can encourage and keep a candidate afloat and help to turn people out at their public events. And it can make a difference in a neck-and-neck election that is too close to call, especially in circumstances where a candidate is already well known and has unique appeal. A case in point is the ringing endorsement for the Labour Party presidential candidate, Peter Obi, from leaders of the Southern and Middle Belt Forum, made up of the Middle Belt Forum, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, Afenifere, and the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF.
Obi serves our purpose not only for equity, fairness, and justice, but looking at the political terrain, he stands out as the best material out there that we can market to Nigerians and say, bring whoever you want, and let's match them one-on-one.
They are not saying it's the turn of the Yoruba because they know that we Yoruba know it is not our turn.
Yeah.
But they have personalized it and say it is their turn. And we are saying it cannot be their turn. As long as they are coming out in the name of Yoruba, it certainly cannot be their turn.
We are not supporting Peter Obi because he's Igbo. No. Peter Obi is everything that a president should be in any part of the world. So nobody is supporting Peter Obi because he's an Igbo man, because there are a lot of Igbo men that could have come out.
Obi is leading the crusade to get the us from the bondage of serious oppressors who are blind oppressors.
Well, for more on those, Robinson, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We appreciate your taking the time to talk to us.
This opportunity.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for this opportunity, and viewers, wherever you're viewing us from, thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you very much indeed. And just tell us more about the thinking behind this ringing endorsement. The Labour Party's presidential candidate, Mr. Peter Obi, has been given by your forum.
Let me first of all say that the forum of Southern and Middle Belt Forum Leaders Forum is made up of men and women who have served in almost all the positions that you can think of in Nigeria. Governors, ministers, senators, director generals of top-ranking federal institutions in the country, community leaders, traditional rulers, you name it. People who have seen it all, who have seen Nigeria, how it worked in the First Republic, to the Second Republic, to the Third Republic, and until today. And they are still active, particularly our father's chief, Dr. Edwin Kagbara Clark, OFRCON, and of course, Chief Ayo Adebanjo, the leader of Afenifere. These are men who are great men, who have seen it, who knows it, and they are saying, look, Nigeria, this is the direction we should go in 2023. And let me say this. If this advice, the endorsement is an advice to Nigeria, is telling Nigeria, look, this is where we are, and that if we go take this path, Nigeria will become a better nation for all of us. And of course, if we ignore it, there will be ramifications, and we're experiencing it.
Well, it's interesting because, I mean, that's a move born essentially, from just listening to you, out of what appears to be an ethical and moral sense, as well as a sense of what is best for Nigeria from your perspective. But looking at the broader electoral picture, how hard will it be getting Mr. Obi elected? I wonder if you could share with us the practical electoral benefit that your group's endorsement will bring for Peter Obi.
What we did yesterday's gathering was, as it were, there are 6 zones in Nigeria: the Northwest, the Northeast, the Southwest, the Southeast, the South-South, and of course the North Central. The Middle Belt Forum comprises communities, peoples from cutting across the North Central, the Northeast, and the Northwest. We have members in the Middle Belt Forum around these 3 zones of the country. And of course, Afenifere in the Southwest, and PANDEF is South-South, and of course, Ohanaeze Ndigbo is primarily Southeast, and of course, some elements in some of the other states. So this is, as it were, two-thirds of Nigeria saying this is the person we want as the next president of Nigeria. And it's monumental. Anyone that takes this endorsement for granted is not a serious person, does not understand how these things work. Politics is about people, it's about numbers. We have made an endorsement and we have asked our people to go down to the grassroots to mobilize. And of course, the outcome of the result on the 25th of February will tell the story.
And, I mean, do you think that with... sorry, I'm just going to come in there. Do you think that with 3 weeks to go before the election, there are lots of undecided voters who are still scratching their heads and still can't quite figure out which candidate they want, and therefore these endorsements become the cue that they use?
What we have in Nigeria today and the situations and circumstances that we are confronted with, I really do doubt if there are really a good number of undecided voters. Nigerians have made up their mind in the direction they are going. All the need, at times, everyone needs a nudge. And what we did yesterday was to say, if you're thinking that this is the path you want to go, then you're right. And for those who have not decided yet on the path to go, we're saying, look, this is the right path to go. We've had enough of promises. Mr. Peter Obi represents a new dispensation for Nigeria in Nigeria's political progression. He represents the hope of tomorrow. He represents the hope of today. It's for the present generation. It's for the future generation. And we observe rightly that he stands out amongst all the other presidential candidates in terms of competence, in terms of integrity, in terms of credibility, and in terms of national outlook. And so we are saying to Nigeria, let us not make the mistake of doing otherwise. This is an opportunity for us to get it right. This is an opportunity for Nigerians to give to themselves a president that will bring about the change that we truly need and we desire and we deserve. Anything otherwise in this 2023 election will be disastrous for Nigeria. And this is not just being a prophet of doom, it's a reality. We are comprised of people, as I said earlier, who have seen it from the beginning, pre-independence to independence. And for some of us, we are fortunate to be in this kind of gathering and associating with this level of people. And we must applaud them for their consistency, their steadfastness, and their patriotic commitment to ensuring that Nigeria becomes a better country. And we are saying that the answer for the many problems of Nigeria is P2B and Senator Dante Ahmed.